Mitchell, how are you? And you have great news. What's this
Yes.
news?
Well, we signed the contract for the movie rights, and so that's with Rule 14 Pictures, which is a division of WordCrafts, which is my publisher. And so he also has a production company. And so he has an 18-month window to get everything together and start filming, or the rights revert back to me, but he's working diligently on that. So I wanted to kind of talk about the process that we're facing and what he's looking to do. Uh, so he is right now writing a treatment, which is an 8 to 10 page summary of the action, not the dialogue, but the action of the book. And this is going to be for Watergrave exclusively, and it will be proposed to be in the theaters, released as a full feature movie, 90 minutes plus. And he is going to do that with the goal of having a mini series following. And if you've seen Reacher, the treatise of Jack Reacher on Amazon Plus, that's or Amazon Prime, that's what he's looking to do with this. So the next book, which is the least of these, would be a 6 part mini series, which is one season. So each book would be a season in itself. So we've negotiated the rights so far for Watergrave, and what he has is the right of first refusal, and his goal is to do the series following. So at least we would do 5 seasons, hopefully, following the movie of Watergrave.
That's fantastic. So you signed the contract to release your rights then.
Yes, exclusively to him for the film and TV streaming production.
That's fantastic. It's got to be just like a dream for you and all.
Yeah, and I'm kind of keeping my emotions on that level because you go that 18 months to get it done. But he is updating me as he does the process. So he's already on it, doing the treatise. He's getting ready to write the screenplay version of that, then to make a budget and see how many actors it's going to take, how many sites that he will film on, how many days that will take. And so he'll build that budget and then go to seek investors, trying to distribute it through someone like Angel Studios, who has that Christian connection, to put it into theaters.
So what recommendations do you give to people that are going to go and sign their rights away as a book? What is that process like?
Well, I had an agent that looked over the contract to begin with, so it's a lot of legalese. But we had an open dialogue about it. The three of us, he's going to be my producer, but my publisher, my agent, and I were discussing this. He sent us a sample contract first so we could look at it, what questions we had, what we wanted to include into it, and certain item like we included for me, since this is a Christian thing, was one tag line on the contract is that they're not going to be able to remove the gospel message from the story. It has to stay intact.
Wow, okay. Then that's great. So that they can't, because you want
Yeah.
that part of it.
So if they're going to do it, they have to at least keep it as far as the message goes.
That's good because you don't want you want to make sure that story doesn't get out of it. Because
Yeah, and
murder
I've
story.
heard
Yeah.
I've heard so many stories from people like Stephen King who signed off the rights to oh gosh, what was the one we're in the with Jack Nicholson, I'm talking about The Shining,
Yeah.
and it came out and it was not the way he wanted it, so he redid it his version the way he wanted to do. You have Michael Crichton, you have all these people that have done things, Grisham, who signed off those first rights and regretted it. And so just be cautious, know what your battle lines are and what you want to keep faithful. One of the things I asked him to be was to be faithful with the character and the story arc of that. And I have the pleasure of having the producer is my publisher who wants the books to be, to be accurate with the books. So that's an added thing for me.
So Abby, let's talk about Abby Rhodes real quick.
Okay.
You have her. What character would you have play her play?
Oh gosh. Of course, the ones I had in my mind were Bailey Madison and Danielle. Lost her last name. Danielle Campbell. Someone who is older but looks so much younger because that's kind of where the Abby character is. And
Interesting. Okay. Well, and who are those two characters you talked about? What shows are they on? The ones you brought.
Uh, Danielle Campbell, I saw on The Rookie. She was a psychologist for the police department there in Los Angeles in those episodes that she did. She was also on several things. I think she was also a Disney, one of those characters. The Bailey Madison character, gosh, she's been everything as a child, but she recently did some Christian things, a musical, and I can't think of the name of it right now, A Week Away or something like that. But she's got the heritage. She also is a Christian, so and looks young, so that would be ideal. But I'm not sure budget wise we could afford someone of that category at this point.
Well, if you get the Angel Studio, you probably will be able to
Well,
potentially.
that would be nice. Yes.
I mean, Angel Studio is doing a lot of big things. I was covering something with one of my clients. They were at a church Christian film event last week. I forget the name of it in Dallas, Texas, or this week it was in Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
Texas. Check out the interview I did with Gigi Ernetta. And Gigi Ernetta, I was going to say maybe she could be play Abbey Road. So you have to look up who Gigi Ernetta is.
Okay.
And that would be if I'm already throwing a good friend of mine in the mix of saying, hey, she should play. But ultimately, when you get to Angel Studios, they'll have the right fit, the right people that are going to build that Christian audience. Because the bottom line is you could pick the best actors possible, but they're not going to resonate maybe with Christian film.
Right, right. And I
Because
have no control over that. I've already had people once they've heard the news. Oh, I act. I've done this. I could be in there. I would like to be in your movie. I have no say so.
it's
One of the things I did negotiate for was a cameo appearance in each of these.
okay.
And so he told me he would give me my Alfred Hitchcock moment.
All right. Oh, that's awesome. So I guess so then 18 months. So what do they tell you based on how can you help the process so that this ends up becoming a film?
Uh, just on the investment side, if to ask people if they want to be involved in it that way to help the budget get larger. But he's going to tell me when he gets to that point because he has to know what kind of budget he's going to need based on what he's doing with the screenplay, how many actors, how many sites, how many days of filming, etc.
All right. Best place to go is mitchellscarnesauthor.com. Appreciate it, Mitchell. And good talking to you. We'll talk soon, man.
All right, thank you.
All right. You're listening to the special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show.